Hi there, this is Daniel with End Time Country Living, and in this video I'm attempting to make some lime sulfur. So you're probably wondering, what is lime sulfur? Well, it's a caustic material used as a fungicide on fruit trees. It kills the fungus that is growing on the bark. I have some bad fungal diseases on my bark right now. It's causing patches of the bark to die, and so that's not very good. It's, you know, you can see even that comes off, and you can see the inner wood of the tree there, so it's got this patch where it's not able to bring up nutrients from the soil and water as easily, having to bypass these blotch areas, and it does eventually kill the tree if you don't if it gets bad enough. And so trying to protect my trees from that. So lime sulfur is something that's historically been used. It was quoted to be banned several years ago, but it's still available, so I don't know why. Maybe in Europe or something like that, but it said the US, so I'm not sure. Anyway, you can still buy the stuff, and about two and a half gallons I think is around $25, so it's fairly inexpensive stuff, and I just want to kind of make it myself, just so I know how and have the supplies on hand to make it if I need it. So I decided to go ahead and buy some bagged sulfur, which I found a really good deal on. And I can't remember how much, I think it was like 20 pounds. I think I got 20 pounds of sulfur. It was fairly cheap. And then I have some cement on hand that I screened out, so I'm going to try and use that as my hydrated lime. So you need not just calcium carbonate, but you need burned calcium carbonate, or heated to like 5,000 degrees or something like that. I don't remember the exact temperature, but it's heated, and then when you bring it with water, it turns into a solid, basically cement. And so go ahead and try that and see how that works. See if it should still, you know, create a solution that will kill fungus regardless if it's perfect or not. And I'll probably buy a bag of hydrated lime some here in the future. I didn't really feel like driving into town today to try it, so I figured I'll just use some old cement and see how that works. It should be the same stuff. Maybe got a little sand in there, but that's alright. We'll screen that out when we actually get the hydrated lime made. So anyway, I got a pot of water. So I got 4 4¼ cups. So I'm going to make about a quart of it. So I got that boiling, brought it up to a boil in a stainless steel pot on my electric stove inside, and I brought it out here onto my gas grill on the side burner. And so I'm going to go ahead and heat it up out here. Sulfur is kind of stinky, and it creates a lot of fumes that you want to have good air circulation and ventilation. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it outside here. And so got that going here, and I got my sulfur and my lime. So you need twice as much sulfur to lime. So I'm going to use 7 ounces as far as weight-wise, weighted out 7 ounces of sulfur. And this is just the yellow elemental sulfur, and then I'm going to go ahead and use 3½ ounces of the hydrated lime. And this is kind of a caustic material, so you want to wear some gloves, and I'm going to wear a face mask, protect from any splashes, or since this would be boiling and I'm stirring the stuff, you need to stir it for about 45 minutes or so, sometimes up to an hour, depends on how it's combining and coming along here. It'll turn into kind of a brownish reddish liquid, and that will be what you combine with water and then spray on your trees. And so this would be kind of like a concentrate that I'm making, and then I'll use a certain amount, depends on the strength I want for, like either a dormant spray, which means the trees are during the winter time have gone dormant, or if it's during the summertime I want to spray them, then I'd use a more dilute solution. So I got my pot out here. It's cooled down quite a bit, so I'm going to get this lid up here. the burner going here. Some matches here. Okay, some heat there. So you want to get it boiling first and then add in your lime and your sulfur. So I'm going to get my lime and my sulfur and get that mixed up. Okay, so I got a little plastic container here of my hydrated lime and my elemental sulfur. So I'm going to go ahead and mix these together. And stainless steel spoon here, just get those nicely mixed together. This isn't particularly caustic at this level, but probably don't need to get it on my hands. And also you don't want to be breathing the stuff. So we get a nice mixture in there. So I'm going to go ahead and check on the pot here. Still got a little time to reheat up here. All my setup with my camera stuff took a while. So I got my face mask here just to protect from splotches, and some good Nutriol gloves here. Be good. I really like these Shower Atlas ones. They're very nice. The 720Rs. They're very high quality with nice cloth inside and fit very comfortably. So good protection for stuff. Good for working in the mud or any kind of other nasty stuff you got to work in. They wash up nicely. All right, go ahead and get suited up here. See if there's any explosions here. Alright, so to carefully put it in, don't just dump. Lots of steam. Let's stir it up here. So far, nothing bad. Alright, well it's been, let's see here, half hour, about 35 minutes, and so far it doesn't looking too good. It doesn't look like it's much different. The sulfur really isn't dissolving into the water. I've had to add water a couple times now because it's just a continual evaporation here and the steam coming off gets it too low. So anyway, not having much success. Probably going to have to go buy some real hydrated lime, get a bag of that I guess, to try to make it work. I'm guessing there may not be enough good hydrated lime in the cement there to react. I'm not really sure. So anyway, this is just kind of a test here. So I don't know what I'm doing, just playing around looking at the different instructions on how to do it. Doesn't look like it's working too well at this point. So anyway, that's an update here. We'll keep brewing it here for another 12 minutes. That'll give me a 50-minute mark, and I don't see any color changes or anything dissolving like it should. And I'll scrap it and go try to find some hydrated lime and come back and try it again. So, all right, anyway, that's the update so far. I'll show you what it looks like at this point. Okay. So that's pretty much what it looks like in there now that it's all steaming up the lens here. There you go, you can see a little bit. So there's some brown there, so that's encouraging a little bit. Don't really see any reddish colors developing. Just having to kind of keep stirring it. You can see the water level's gone down even some more here. Probably need to add some more water to it. So it's coming. I don't know if it's going to turn out to be anything useful or not. Okay, well, it's been about 50 minutes now, and it seems to actually have a nice color to it. I'm letting it kind of separate away from the solids. So I'm pleased with it. It's not as red as I think it probably should be, according to like the YouTube videos where people have shown what it should look like. But it's a nice brown color, so hopefully it'll be a nice lime sulfur. And so been calling around, haven't been able to find any actually hydrated lime available locally, so it's going to be maybe a challenge to find any, so I'm going to have to keep looking for that. So I'm going to put this into a quart jar now and try to dilute it down into a gallon sprayer and do some spraying and see how it works. Let's see here, probably should, dripping here, get that filtered, forgot to do that. So let me go get a filter and we'll run it through there again so we can get it without any solids in there, because that'll plug up the sprayer if we let the solids in there. So it looks like we're about half what we need. There's a little bit puddle in there. So probably going to just dilute it down, fill the rest up with water since that's about what it should be. Get it up to a quart at least. And it'll hopefully be of a good solution, a good concentration of it. Just mix it up with water so we don't get all any solids in there. So this is just the jar funnel here. Coffee filter. Okay, let's try this again here. It's just going to fall through here. Something like a little screen or something. Well, it's filtering just slowly here. Maybe a slow process. Working, I guess. So topping it off here. Anyway, so I'll get this filtered out, and we should have something we could start spraying the trees with. Let's see here, so I have instructions here. So it says 378 milliliters of this liquid to be combined with 1 gallon of water for spraying as a dormant spray. So that should be about 13.3 ounces or 1.7 cups is what the ratio is to 1 gallon of water. Alright, so finally got it all filtered out here. So we have about a half a quart. You can see here, oops. grab a glove here. So I have my about half a quart here of lime sulfur. So I'm going to go ahead and dilute it down here to be a full quart. So it'll be approximately what I need. And a little more, a little less should be just fine. Okay, that filled up here. Just need a lid for it. Okay, so I got just one of the plastic canning lids here, and then a metal one with the rubber on the inside so it doesn't leak. Okay. Got a little bit of sediment in the bottom, but not too bad. Okay, I got my sprayer here. Can't say it's cleanest in there. Better go clean it out here. Get some water in there. Pump it up here. Flush the system. Open the spray nozzle here to open up your little stream here. Alright, let's let that flush out. Alright, that's probably good. Take the pressure off. So you need to be careful when you get the lime sulfur in there. And you let the pressure off so it doesn't spray in your face, because that probably wouldn't be a good thing. Probably want to wear a face mask anyway, just doesn't get on your face and kind of burn. I'm not sure exactly how caustic it is, but okay, so let's get gloves on here. Okay. Alright, it's probably good, less than half. Alright, so now I need to put a little bit of dish soap in here as my sticker spreader, basically a spreader, surfactant. Put a good squirt in there. That's all you need, and we'll go get this filled up with water. Okay. A little bit of foam coming out there. That's okay. Just rinse that off. Okay. Okay, pumped up, ready to go. Let's go try it out. Just got the garden mowed today. A lot of this mowed up here, not all of it, but a lot of it, especially around the trees, so I can get some wood chips around them. So, mow this one over here, which is a Granny Smith. There's a lot of issues. There we go. So you can see here what we're dealing with. This darker brown area is what has been killed off by a fungus here, all the way down to here. And there you can see kind of right there here in the middle is kind of where the transition is. So it's definitely a problem. And then down further there's a more dead spot down there. So that's what I'm going to be spraying for. So I want to shake it up here a little bit carefully. Get a good mix. And figure out exactly what type of stream we want here. It's probably pretty good. Let's hit it here. Both sides of it here. Maybe a little finer mist. Tighten it up a little bit. Not really hitting it very well. Just like a little stream or something. Just tighten it up a little bit here. Get a fine mist out of it. Hitting all the bark area that I think might be affected. A little bit up here. So the idea is to kill off any of the fungus that may be on the tree during this time. And you want to do it when it's not raining. So hopefully it shouldn't rain here in the next day or so. Let's check the weather here. Not today. Let me check what it looks like. Scroll up. There we go. Yeah, looks like we may get some rain tomorrow. So we'll see here. Doesn't hurt it. It's just not as effective if it's going to get washed off right away. So hopefully we can get it sterilized before it gets washed off here. All right, there's that one. Let's see if there's any others that could use some help here. This one's looking pretty good. Don't see any fungus yet, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't spray. Just means it hasn't been infected yet by it. There's one little spot over here. You can see there's a little bit of the, whatever it is, bark canker or something. You have to do some more spraying of this too. I'll do this one over here. Starting to get a bit dark out. It's almost sundown. See how this one looks. This is looking nice and healthy too. It's good. Try to keep it that way. So anyway, that's the process here of making it and using it. And I hope this will encourage you that it's not terribly hard. It does a little bit time consuming, but find a time when you don't have anything else to do and take a little time to make it. But it's encouraging to know that I know how to make it, and for the future I can go ahead and get some hydrated lime, a good 50 pounds or something like that, or a 25-pound bag, and I'll have as much as I need for the rest of my life, most likely, for the next 5 or 10 years, so that should carry me through any difficulties ahead. So anyway, hope that encourages you. It's also very important to stay close to God. It's time for His coming is very soon, and having a good relationship with Him is the most important part. And preparing for the troubles ahead is also important too, but not nearly as important as spending time in prayer and Bible study and sharing the third angel's message and the gospel with as many people as you can. All right, God bless, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.